Good morning, Magic the Gathering fans. Welcome to a short mail day and update video. Today is June 20th, 2025, which means MagicCon Las Vegas is happening in Las Vegas, Nevada this weekend, June 20th to the 22nd. Last time on the channel, I did a list of all the artists who would be attending the Art of Magic at MagicCon Las Vegas. I have some updates to that list, which I will share at the end of today's video. So if you skip to the end, I'll let you know who's in, who's out at MagicCon Las Vegas in case you're going to get cards signed or altered by the artists. But first, it has been a very busy week for Magic the Gathering. Final Fantasy, their most successful set ever, was released a week ago. I was able to get a couple play booster boxes and a couple play booster packs just to get the flavor of Final Fantasy. You can see that video in my video feed. They also released Secret Lair drops that came out last week. There was some Final Fantasy Secret Lairs, and the drop that I was looking at, which was the Frank Frazetta Second Exhibition Secret Lair drop. So if you recall, last year on the channel, I set out to collect the original Frank Frazetta Secret Lair set. This had 6 cards in it, including this iconic artwork that was used for the Dark Ritual. There was this Field Marshal card. This artwork was also used in Sorcery TCG that you know I like to cover and collect on the channel. And the Death Dealer artwork, one of Frank's most iconic pieces of artwork, was used for this Midnight Reaper card. So I set out, I collected one set of foils, one set of non-foils. It cost me about $100 per set. And I wish I would have picked up the original Secret Lairs when they were released. The non-foil sets sell for $29.99. The foil sets sell for $39.99, but you do have to wait in line to purchase these. So I jumped in line at 10 a.m. It said the queue is going to be a little over an hour, and it was about 6 hours from start to finish. I'll chronicle that experience for you today on the channel. And then tomorrow, if you subscribe to the channel, I'm going to open up one of these Frank Frazetta Secret Lairs and show you what are the cards in the second edition set. And then the extra sets I'm going to sell on my eBay page, jdj-sapphire. I'll put the link in the description below if you're interested in any of the Frank Frazetta or Final Fantasy Secret Lairs that I'm going to show you today on the channel. So I got in line for Frank Frazetta, waited and waited. They gave updates probably every hour as the Final Fantasy sets started to sell out. The queue even crashed at one point. The queue had stopped halfway through after about a couple hours of waiting. There was a little guy at the bottom that was walking, and then he just stopped, and they said, something's going wrong. There's too many people in the queue. We can't do anything right now. Then it restarted, and I got optimistic. But by about 4 o'clock Central Time, it took me 6 hours to get through the line to finally purchase 5 copies of the non-foil Frank Frazetta Secret Lairs and 5 copies of the Rainbow Foil editions. I'm going to open up this for you as well on the channel. I'll show you the quality of the foils in the Secret Lair drops, but I did pick up 5. I have 4 extra copies of the foil editions. These are now sold out on the Wizards website. I do think you can get the non-foil sets if you're still interested in the non-foil Frank Frazetta Secret Lairs while supplies last. Those are available on Wizards site. But I did get 5 of these. This was the max quantity. And then as soon as I checked out, I jumped back in the queue. I had to wait for maybe 15 more minutes. And then I tried to get some Final Fantasy Secret Lairs. The only set that was left was this Grimoire Japanese foil edition. And I grabbed 3 of these, which covered free shipping. There is a Vivi in here as well, which is one of the popular Final Fantasy characters. So I grabbed 3 of these just because that seemed like the right thing to do. I'm going to resell those on my eBay page, jdj-sapphire. If you're interested in Final Fantasy or Secret Lair, do check that out. I'm not going to open up these. They're in great shape. They do come in these envelopes. Secret Lair used to come in these really cool cardboard boxes. They don't do that really anymore. I wish they would. That was kind of a cool feature of the Secret Lair. And sometimes they'd put a secret hidden card underneath the bottom layer of the box, which I thought was kind of cool. But this is what you get for $40 if you are lucky enough to get in line when they drop. All of the Final Fantasy Secret Lairs are now sold out. You cannot get any of those on the Wizards Secret Lairs site. Final Fantasy bundle boxes are selling out. I went to my local LGS last night actually to play some Alpha 40. They had a giant cardboard cutout of the Final Fantasy characters, and I asked them if they had any collector boosters or play boosters. They had nothing in stock product-wise for Final Fantasy. So I picked up this from Target for my birthday. I'm gonna open up this in a couple days. So if you want to subscribe to the channel as well, I will open up some Final Fantasy for you. So stay tuned for that. Also, stay tuned tomorrow. I'm going to preview the Frank Frazetta Secret Lair second exhibition sets. The last thing I'm going to cover today is at MagicCon Las Vegas 2025. If you're going, here's the complete list of artists that will be there. I will also put the link to the website in the description below if you want to check in real time. But Elena Danner will be there, Alessandra Pisano, Alexis Zirit, Alex Brandwin. Andrea Raddick is not on the list. I don't think she will be there. Andrew Marr, Andrew Schmandrew Art Thompson is going to be there. Ben Hill, Brigitte Roca, Bruce Bernice, Chris Ron, Chris Seaman, Clifton Stommel, Crystal Sully, Cynthia Shepard. Dan Fraser is going to be a featured artist, so he'll have a special table and longer lines, I do think, and probably shorter signing times, I think. They might limit how much action Dan gets. So get there earlier if you want to get Dan Fraser to sign all of your mocks. Sapphires, Domenico Cava, Douglas Schuler will also be there. Drew Tucker, who's now drawing for Sorcery as well. Elis Kitanen, Eric Deschamps, Eric Wilkerson, Gabriel Romero, who goes by Gaboleps. Greg Staples had to cancel. Hugh Pendersky will be there. James Buscema, Jason Engel, Jeff Laubenstein, Julian Koch, Justine Jones, Kai Carpenter, Kaya Foglio, Kieran Yanner, Lucas Graciano, Mark Poole, Mark Dean, Marco Manev, Martina Fakova, Mike Burns, Mila Pesic, Milivoy Cheron, Miranda Meeks, Nana Key, who goes by Puffy Gator, Olena Leonard Richards, Phil Foglio, Phil Stone, Randy Gallegos, Rebecca Guay, Richard Kane Ferguson, RK Post, Ryan Pancoast, Sarah Finnegan, Scott M. Fisher will be a featured artist, as well as Rebecca Gay. They'll both be featured artists with Dan Fraser. Sergey Glushikov, Steve Argyle, Svetlin Velinov, Thomas M. Baxa, Vincent Prost, Wizard of Barge, and Zara Alfonso will all be there. Also in attendance now, Ken Mayer Jr. will be joining, as well as Alex Brock, Darren Tan, Forrest Inmill, and like I said, Ken Mayer Jr. All will be attending MagicCon Las Vegas in Las Vegas, Nevada this weekend. Stay tuned for the Final Fantasy unboxing and the Frank Frazetta Secret Lair review tomorrow on the channel. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.